Welcome to The Source, where we combine the headlines with in-depth conversations with the newsmakers themselves. Today on the program, the Justice Department has spoken. Alleged pork barrel scam mastermind Janet Lim Napoles is out of the Witness Protection Program.
Sayang, di ba? Kasi mahirap naman magsalita siya na may threat sa buhay niya doon sa loob.
Malacañang supports the move.
Maski na po mapakapasok yan sa WPP, hindi po maapektuhan ng pananagutan.
But Napoles' camp says this will prevent her from revealing even bigger fish.
Sayang, hindi na malaman ng tao kung sino talaga yung mga involved sa na talagang yung ibang involved na malalaki.
Napoles' legal counsel, Attorney Stephen David, joins us live. And later, from South Beach to ketogenic diets. How about a 24-karat gold diet? That's for today's In Focus. Thank you for joining us. I'm Pinky Webb. Alleged pork barrel scam mastermind Janet Lim Napoles is out of the Witness Protection Program. Last Friday, Justice Secretary Manalo Guevara announced that the provisional protection granted to Napoles has expired and would not be extended in February. Former Secretary Vitaliano Aguirre granted Napoles' provisional protection for 90 days after she cited threats to her safety. She also asked to be transferred from Camp Bagong Diwa to a secure housing facility. But Guevara says there are no further threats to Napoles at Camp Bagong Diwa. What's next for Janet Lim Napoles? Let's go straight to the source of the story, Napoles' legal counsel, Attorney Stephen David. Attorney,
good morning.
Welcome to the show, sir. So last Friday, that was May 25, the Department of Justice decided to end the provisional coverage of the witness protection. It's called the Witness Protection Security and Benefit Program of your client, Janet Lim Napoles. Sir, what's next?
Well, as far as we're concerned, we'll just have to battle the cases now still pending with the Sandigan Bayan. In fact, that issue on the provisional witness did not actually arise from us. It was a request from the former DOJ to utilize her statements in order to pursue the investigation that was left by the former DOJ Secretary de Lima. So we wanted to help the government. We wanted to tell who are the people who were not indicted by the former administration.
Gusto niyong magdagdag, tama ho ba, Attorney?
Sila, the DOJ. Kasi they want to finish nga the task that was left by Senator de Lima.
Secretary Laila de Lima
Secretary,
then.
at that time.
Yeah, because if we go back, Attorney, tatlo, very prominent in our minds,
Yes.
were connected or indicted to the pork barrel scam. Enrile,
Yes.
Revilla, and Estrada, all senators.
Yes.
Okay, but sir, let's go back. What Secretary Aguirre, it was, I think, in February.
28 or 27.
It was February 27, sir,
Yeah.
when they accepted her under the WPSBP, again, Witness Protection Security Benefits Program. What was given by, it was signed by a certain assistant state prosecutor, Nerissa Carpio, that it was a provisional status.
Yes.
Ano ho ba yung pinag-usapan niyo with Secretary Aguirre then? Kaya siya nabigyan ng provisional status or provisional authority?
Well, kasi nagkaroon ng mga interviews, no, within the circle ng DOJ tsaka ni Mrs. Napoles, and pinag-submit siya ng mga possible testimony that she will be testifying before the DOJ. In evaluation, binet yun ni secretary, former secretary. Then, because of that, inadmit siya as a provisional witness. Kasi nakita niya yung relevancy ng kanyang mga statement.
Who spoke to who, sir?
Secretary Aguirre spoke to Mrs. Napoles.
Where? In Camp Bagong
Camp
Diwa.
Bagong Diwa.
Pinuntahan po ni Sec Aguirre si Janet Lim Napoles
Yes.
sa Camp Bagong
Yes.
Diwa. Doon po sila nag-usap.
Yes, and of course, di ba, nandiyan naman sa media na I was frequently visiting DOJ sa office niya, and I was relaying kung ano man yung messages from the side of Mrs. Napoles, from our side.
But I guess that's the thing, sir. It's supposed to be, isn't it supposed to be the state against Janet Lim Napoles? Hindi ho ba dapat ganon?
We have cases against Janet Lim Napoles.
So why would the state go to the two Napoles, if it's the state versus Janet Lim
No,
Napoles.
those are different cases. Kasi nasabi mo nga, ito yung mga cases na na-filed na against prominent people during the previous administration. No? But there were also individuals who were not charged, who were not indicted. So now we're focusing on these people which were left unindicted by the previous administration.
How many times did Secretary Aguirre visit Janet Lim Napoles to talk about this, sir?
As far as I know, twice, no. Once in the CIW and once at the Camp Bagong Diwa.
CIW is the Correctional in
Correctional
Mandaluyong, sir.
Institute for Women.
Tapos yung isa sa Camp Bagong Diwa.
Camp Bagong Diwa.
So here comes, dito na po sila nag-usap na meron pong posibleng pwedeng isama si Janet Lim Napoles. The question here, is it DAP, sir, the Disbursement Acceleration Program, or is it the Pork Barrel Fund?
Both. Meron din mga insertions. Special fundings, no? Kasi merong DAP, yung last administration. May PDAP, meron din mga insertions. Kasi mas marami kasi sa insertions. Yan kasi wala sa radar yan eh. Kasi ini-insert lang yan sa budget.
So, ang nag-i-insert ay lawmakers.
Yung appropriation committee with the with coordination with the lawmaker. Siyempre,
Yeah.
dapat alam ng lawmaker yun.
Okay, so again, twice visited the SOJ, ex-SOJ Aguirre visited Janet Lim Napoles twice. What, apart from their talks, sir, did she submit, was there anything written that you have, an affidavit? Because from my understanding, meron ho dapat
Dapat
affidavit.
meron. Kasi yun ang i-evaluate nga yun ng DOJ. Para nga maging basis yun kung tatanggapin siya o hindi.
So there is.
There was.
There
That's
was.
why, kaya nga na-provisionally admitted siya eh.
Okay.
Kasi nga in-evaluate yun.
Doon sa affidavit that the Janet Lim Napoles submitted, sir, ilan pong tao ang kanyang isinama either in insertions on the pork barrel scam or the Disbursement Acceleration Program, sir?
Marami yan eh. Ang alam ko kasi yung original statement niya eh nasa mga 100 congressmen yun eh, di ba? And about ilang senators yun. Marami yun. Marami. Hindi ko na maalala kung sino. Sila supposedly confidential yung sa kanilang dalawa. Sila yung nag-uusap.
Yeah, but the affidavit would be made by you. Janet Lim Napoles would not make that affidavit,
Actually,
sir.
affidavit, pero it's more of it's a request. It's a statement pala. It's a narration of facts. And then, kasi for the information lang yan ng secretary kung tatanggapin o hindi. Binigyan siya ng narration, mahaba, etc. Then,
Binasa ni SOJ.
binasa niya, nasa kanya, and then kung matutuloy, and then gagawing affidavit type
Oh,
yun.
I see. So, could we describe it as not quite an affidavit? Ganun ho ba?
Hindi, parang it's a narration kung ano yung statement of facts, kung ano yung alam niya.
Okay. So, dito sa narration or statement of facts, attorney, ilan ang sinama? 100 congressman?
Marami naman yan eh. Oo, mga ganon.
Can
Marami
you give me
yun,
an estimate? Ilang congressman, ilang senators?
more or
sir?
less, ganon, 100
100 what?
congressmen and senators.
Magkasama. Ilan po yung senador dun sa 100, more or less?
Siguro mga 16 hanggang 20. Ang dami, no?
16
Marami
to
talaga
20,
yan
sir?
kasi tagal na yan eh.
And we are looking at what years, sir? Ano pong mga taon ito?
Ang alam ko, 2004 hanggang sa panahon ni Pinoy.
So let's put it at 2016, sir.
Hindi naman, hanggang 2012 kasi wala na siya ng 13.
Nakulong
di ba,
na pala siya. All right. So until 2012,
12 mo.
more or less. So we're looking at about 100 congressmen and senators, which 16 or 20 of them are senators. Sir, halos lahat po ng senador noon pasok dito with the 24
halos
senators.
talaga. Pero merong a few na hindi kasama.
Of course, pero majority kasama. Sir, what does, I know that it's hard for you to tell us exactly, but what does she know about these lawmakers? Medyo broad kasi yung sinasabi niyo sa aking insertions. Ano ho ang alam ni Janet Lim Napoles regarding these 100 lawmakers?
Nandun yung sa kanya salaysay. Siguro,
But yung salaysay ho ba niya, was it typewritten?
hindi. 100.
Handwritten. Sino nagsulat? Kayo po?
Siya.
Ah, siya din.
Oo.
Nagtyaga ho siya talagang
Ay, wala siyang ginagawa ron.
Okay, so ano ho yung alam niya that you can just tell us na nilaman ng statement of
In general,
facts?
yung parang yung participation ng bawat isa. Paano ginagawa yung mga projects na yan? Paano na-involve yung lawmaker? Yung details noon, hindi ko na rin inalam.
Why?
Kasi una-una, minsan mahirap din marami alam eh.
Dahil napipilitan kayong sabihin sa amin.
Unless maging legal yan. Matanggap siya sa full program, then doon ako papasok. Kasi noong panahon na yon, ang interest lang talaga is the DOJ and Mrs. Napoles. Kung gagamitin yung statement niya o hindi.
Pero ni ho ba, meron ng affidavit si Janet Lim Napoles before, sir, during Pinoy's time?
No,
I know one senator has it, sir.
Yeah, of course. Meron. Kaya nga, di ba?
Yun din ho ba yun, itong bago?
Hindi naman. Dinetailed lang niya.
Yung bago?
Oo. Kasi, di ba ang daming ang binanggit nung unang panahon na yon. Pero ilan lang naman ang, unfortunately o incidentally, puro opposition lang at that time ang nakasuhan, di ba? Bakit wala bang na-involved na admin at that time? So yun ang question. Yun ang gusto sana i-pursue ni ex-DOJ Secretary Aguirre.
Why did you say unfortunately opposition lang ang nasama, sir? Bakit unfortunately?
Incidentally or unfortunately.
So inayos lang natin.
Di ba, sino ba ang mga nakulong? Di ba? Puro mga opposition secretary.
Revilla, Estrada.
Samantalang ang
Enrile.
daming mga prominent din doon na nandun din sa mga statement ni Mrs. Napoles, hindi naman na-imbestiga.
Like who, sir? Because napakatagal na ho nun. Actually, we do have a timeline of that. But tell us who were included noon po, during the time of Napoles, na hindi nasama.
Ang dami nun eh. Kasi,
Like?
ang pagkakaalam ko doon sa statement niya na sinampit niya kay Senator De Lima, Secretary De Lima, kasama sila Butchabad doon eh. Di ba? Marami doon. Kasama yung... Marami yun. Basta mga prominent ng mga administrations at that time.
But Butchabad is a cabinet secretary. Of course, he was involved in
but
the
he was a former
disbursement.
congressman and head of the
acceleration.
appropriation committee.
I see.
Di ba? Naging head siya ng appropriation.
Sino pa?
Naalala ko pa noon, parang sila Aquino. Si Aquino, nandun din sa statement niya, ni
Sinong Aquino po, sir?
Tessie Aquino, di ba? Nandun din sa statement niya noon. Nakita ko yun eh.
All right, we'll be taking a short break. This is The Source on CNN Philippines. Still to come, now that she's out of the government's witness protection program, will Janet Lim Napoles still reveal other big personalities involved in the PDAP scam? Attorney Stephen David will still be with us after the break. And later, a precious meal. Would you like to take this 24-karat gold dish? I wonder how much. That's for today's In Focus. You're watching The Source on CNN Philippines. Our guest today, legal counsel of Janet Lim Napoles, attorney Stephen David. Sir, I just want to go back to some of the statements made by, one statement made by former SOJ Aguirre regarding this case. Now, let's listen to that.
Janet Napoles, through her relatives and through her lawyer, approached the Department of Justice saying that Janet Napoles is now ready to tell everything what she knows about the PDAP scam. Ako nang talagang nag-manage niyang itong process na yan, and one of which is I extended a provisional coverage of the WPP to. Ngayon, gusto niyang i-appeal kay ES Medaldea, pareho lang kaming opinion, sabi namin, file mo na lang yan at bahala na yung sandigan. So, yun ang ginawa ni Atty. Stephen.
Correct.
Okay, so klaro naman po yun even before, no? In fact, nagkaroon pa ng questions, attorney, hindi ho ba medyo unethical yun na ikaw, si ES Medialdea, si Secretary Aguirre nag-usap-usap? Again, it goes back to the question that was it right for then Secretary Aguirre to go to jail to visit Janet Lim Napoles?
Yeah, of course, in pursuit of his mandate to investigate the PDAP, that he believed that Mrs. Napoles is the only person who can help him in finding out who were the people involved in the scam.
But does it have to be the Secretary of Justice? Couldn't it be somebody, tao po ni Secretary Aguirre then?
Dati naman, pumupunta naman yung mga USEC niya.
Until nagpunta na siya. So meron pong pagbisita yung mga USEC
Yeah.
prior to Secretary Aguirre visiting. Sir, you're talking about the narration or statement of facts of Janet Lim Napoles submitted to Secretary Aguirre. Do you have a copy of that?
Narration of fact, wala. Sila lang may kopya, no? Silang dalawa lang.
Who? Janet Lim Napoles?
Yeah, Janet and
Secretary Aguirre.
Siya nag-submit doon eh.
Opo. So, nasa na ho kaya yung kay Secretary Aguirre? I mean, ano ho ba ang value nito ngayon na wala na si Sec Aguirre sa DOJ?
Walang value yon kasi sa batas, pag hindi na-utilize yung kanyang statement, scrap paper yon.
At saka pag hindi na-notarize, no, sir, hindi sinumpaan.
Oo, kahit hindi. Pinirmahan pero hindi notaryado.
Yeah. So, kahit na pirmado pero hindi notarized, what is the value of that? Almost nothing?
Pag hindi in-admit, hindi, admission yan eh. Kung pinirmahan niya, admission niya yan. Kaya lang, sa batas kasi, pag nag-apply siya, kinover siya at hindi naman ginamit siya o hindi na-utilize na fully covered yung kanyang WPP program, scrap paper yun.
Ayaw na niya. Because of the latest decision by Secretary Menardo Guevara, sir, ano ho ba ang pakiramdam ngayon ni Janet Lim Napoles?
Actually, di ko pa siya nakausap.
Okay. When was the last time you saw her or spoke to her?
Mga last month. April.
Matagal na rin, sir.
Tagal na.
Okay, but do you think that she would withdraw? Ayaw na ho ba niya mag-tell-all dahil tinanggal po siya sa WPP? At tinanggal yung provisional
Wala
authority?
namang problema. Gusto niya yon, sabi nga niya, with or without WPP, the people must know, di ba? Problema, who will listen? Who will listen? The DOJ doesn't want to listen, di ba?
Now?
Kasi kung hindi, ginamit dapat siya, di ba? Kasi nandiyan na siya eh, inalis mo pa. Ano yun? Ayaw ka namin.
Yun, I guess yun yung lumalabas. But kung siya po ay nagkukwento kung anong alam niya, ano hong kanyang participation? How guilty is she? How involved is she?
Siyempre, nasa sandigan pa yung cases namin. So ayaw ko na mag-comment kung guilty or not guilty. But he knows something. He will help the government in telling that something.
That's as far as you can go, sir. The cases she has before the Sandigan Bayan, if I'm not mistaken, so there are five? Five ho ba?
5, yeah. Major, and plunder cases, 5.
Is it 5 plunder and graft cases in total?
Graft? Maraming graft.
Okay, so 5 lang, 5 yung,
yung plunder.
hindi lang, 5 po yung plunder. So, she's still willing as long as she feels that there is cooperation? If government is still willing to listen to her?
Yeah. With or without WPP, she's willing to testify, to say what she knows. Problema nga, the government's not listening.
So, nag-iba ho ba ang ihip ng hangin nung nawala si Secretary Aguirre sa DOJ?
Obviously, di ba, from coverage, albeit provisionally, to outright or total rejection, di ba? Ang laki ng pagkakaiba.
So, papaano ho ang galaw ninyo ngayon, yung kampo ni Janet Lim Napoles, because of this recent development?
Lalabanan namin yung mga kaso sa Sandigan Bayan. In fact, wala namang effect yung maging state witness siya o hindi. Kasi this thing doesn't have anything to do with the Sandigan Bayan case.
Let's clear that, sir, because that's my understanding also. All the pending cases, kung ano man ang po ang sasabihin niya, it's separate from the current cases she's facing,
yes.
the 5 plunder cases before the Sandigan Bayan. But paano ho yun? Gusto ho pa rin ba niya maging state witness? Ganun ho ba yan? Let's clarify that. Doon sa bagong mga kaso, if ever, sir.
Kung gusto. Pero kung ayaw naman ng DOJ, willing pa rin siya. Sabi nga niya, with or without WPP, dapat malaman ng tao kung ano talagang totoong nangyari. Kaya lang, ano naman ang saysay nung kung wala naman, hindi naman makikinig ang DOJ, di ba? So, alam naman ng tao yan. Panahon pa ni Secretary de Lima, sinabi niya na yung alam niya, hindi rin naman pinakinggan, di ba? Although, to that point, no? Ngayon, ayaw rin siya pakinggan. Ano gagawin niya? She's a detainee, di ba?
Okay. Let's listen to this statement of Malacañang regarding this issue, sir. Oh, sorry. It's a statement rather. I'm sorry. Of Malacañang. Let's put that up on air, sir. Ito po yung statement ng Malacañang from Secretary Harry Roque. They support the decision. by the DOJ and agree that Lim is not least guilty, whose testimony is not indispensable and can be testified upon by other witnesses. What do you say to that, sir?
Well, if the other witnesses no, kung ano yun, of course they are competent. Pero question is, alam ba nila?
Sino ba may alam talaga, sir? Maliban kay Janet Lim Napoles.
Wala nga. Kaya nga nakita mo yung kaso namin sa Sandigan Bayan, si Ben-Hur ang witness nila. Ano nangyari doon? Di ba? Nakapag-bail nga kami doon sa dalawang hindi masyadong prominent. Di ba? O nakapag-bail nga si Jinggoy. Kasi nga walang credibility yung witness nila.
And Janet Lim Napoles is credible, sir.
Well, I believe so. Kasi nga, tinuturo... Hindi, ganito lang yan. Ang sabi ni Mr. Loy, utos ni Ma'am Napoles. Sabi ni Ma'am Napoles, utos ni Ma'am. O sino ngayon ang credible? Who would you believe? Yung inutusan o yung nag-uutos? Di ba? Kasi kung siya na pag-uutusan lang, whether totoo o hindi, hindi niya alam yon. Kasi sabi lang sa kanya nung nag-utos o na
Ano yung
nagsabi.
hearsay ho bang kinalalabasan
Well,
nun,
totoo
sir?
hearsay yun, di ba? Kaya nga, Jinggoy is out.
Yeah.
Kasi nga, hindi nga credible tong witness nila.
Yung isa pong ginamit kasi na reasoning ni Janet Lim Napoles through the counsel, sir, is that there are threats to her life. That's why also because of the provisional WPP, sir, you wanted to kind of transfer her to the DOJ or a safe house, no? Ano ho ba yung threats na natatanggap ni Janet Lim Napoles sa kulungan?
Well,
At paano ho niya ito natatanggap?
nasa record naman niya na Sandigan Bayan na nilusob yung kanyang cell, kinuha yung kanyang mga personal belongings doon. Tinreten siya, tinadyakan yung pinto. Nasa record yun. May threat talaga sa kanya. Kung itutuloy niya yan, kinuha kayo mga dokumento niya. Oh.
What documents does she have there, sir?
Yung marami siyang dokumento na ine-evaluate. Kaya nga nakakagawa siya ng narrations.
Paano ho siya nakapasok ng dokumento doon?
Papel yun
Oo,
siyempre.
that's fine. No, but what kind of documents are you talking about, sir?
Siguro yung kanya mga, hawak niya mga, kasi may papel naman siya.
Ano ho nga itong papel na to?
Hindi ko, kasi actually, nagulat din ako dun sa sinabi niya na yon. Pero siyempre yung mga dokumento na hindi ginamit niya kung ano yung alam niya doon.
So parang it'll link.
Yes.
Kasama po ito dun sa narration niya. Okay, what about this criticism, sir, that gusto lang talagang i-target yung mga opposition lawmakers ngayon ni Janet, doon sa testimony or narration of facts ni Janet Lim Napoles? Please react to that.
Di ba lahat naman yun? Ang dami nga nung panahon pa ni Sec. De Lima, ang dami, andun na yun, mga yun At saka wala naman siyang power para mag-target. Sino ba siya? She's a detainee, di ba? Hindi, kasi nga, obviously naman naiwanan yung mga dating administrations, mga personalities. So, sino ngayon ang mafo-focus ang investigation? Yung mga naiwanan kasi wala na tayong kakasuhan sa mga dati. Dahil nandiyan na sa sandigan yung mga yan Ang sa atin lang, yung naiwan lang, di ba? Nandito na to, alangan namang i-focus mo pa.
Yeah. So yung naiwan na 16 to 20 senators, sir, I'm sure that's a combination of admin and opposition
Of course.
senators as well. So may matatamaan din ng mga admin senators.
Marami talaga matatamaan. Marami. Kaya nga, hindi natin alam talaga kung ano talagang dahilan ba't tayo na-imbestigahan yan. Di ba?
What is your guess, sir?
Ayaw na magulo. Tahimik na buhay Ayaw natin. Ayaw na nila na magulo. Kasi pag inimbestiga mo, ang dami na namang ang dami na naman tao maliligalig dyan.
But I guess the question also remains is how can a Janet Lim Napoles, who is said, sir, said to be the alleged mastermind, be the least guilty here?
Hindi, alam
Isa ho
mo,
yan.
ang mastermind, kasi yan, sorry that's a creation of the media. Kasi ang mastermind, hindi
Ikaw ang
pwedeng
sentro.
private person. Di ba?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that, sir?
Hindi pwede maging private person. Kasi ang pondo is pondo ng gobyerno. Walang control ang isang private individual sa pera ng gobyerno. Kahit gaano ka-influential niya, ang magdedesisyon pa rin yung gobyerno, yung government official. Kahit anong gawin ko sa'yo, ikaw pa rin na magdedesisyon kung ikaw ang government official.
Are you saying that the mastermind will have to be a government official and not a private individual?
Plunder is a crime committed exclusively by a public official.
At 50 million pesos.
At least, amassing at least 50 million. Kaya lang nai-involve ang isang private person kung nakikipag-sabwatan
Transaction
siya.
siya. Yeah.
Sabwatan. Nakikipag-conspire siya. Tinutulungan niya yung public official. Tumutulong lang siya. In other words, hindi siya pwede maging utak. Tutulong ka lang. Kasi kung sasabihin mo, siyang mastermind, then this case should be dismissed. Kasi this is not a crime for her. She's a private person.
Okay. Sir, last few questions. So, sinabi niyo po kanina, yung next moves niyo would be, you will continue to fight the cases before the Sandigan Bayan?
Yeah, correct.
Meron pa ho ba kayo naiisip na paraan pa para maisiwalat kung ano yung sinasabi niyong alam ni Janet Lim Napoles? Is there any other way, sir?
Pag magbago isip nila, then tutulong kami.
Hintay na lang po.
Oo, kung magbago isip nila. Kasi sa ngayon, sabi ko nga, wala naman kami magagawa. Kahit magkwento tayo dyan, mag-rally tayo dyan, kung ayaw nila makinig, wala naman tayo magagawa.
But you know, just before we go, we say goodbye to you, sir. I remember that we were talking. Sinasabi niyo you were already vetting a couple of senators who could be involved dito sa.
The DOJ, former DOJ Aguirre, was already betting on. He was already case building, like
nag-case build up.
Yung mga election funds. Yung sinabi niya na yan noong December na binigyan niya ng so much, In fact, dun sa kabilang programa, inamin din ni Atty. Baligod na marami talaga ang hindi pinaimbestigan ni Pinoy. Sinabi niya yung
Alright.
pinahold niya yung investigation.
So, again, I will see, sir, if indeed, I guess there will be a change of heart sa Justice Department na gusto nilang pakinggan si
In the
Janet
interest
Lim
of the
Napoles.
Filipino people. Kasi hindi naman si Mrs. Napoles makikinabang dyan Yung tao. Kasi para malaman nila sino talaga ang iba pang involved kung meron pa. Kasi bakit talaga bang talaga bang former oppositions lang
Okay.
ang involved?
Yeah, but just on a last note, you said si Janet Lim Napoles ba ang be-benefit dito? Of course, she will benefit as well, sir.
How?
Well, if she becomes a state witness, sir, yung cases po niya,
Still pending. No,
kasi nga separate yun.
Hindi naman magagalaw yun
Magpapatuloy yun, gugulong pa rin
Magpapatuloy yun. Walang relevancy yun doon sa kaso niya.
All right, thank you, Attorney Stephen David. Thank you, sir. This is The Source on CNN Philippines. Still to come, a golden meal in Dubai. We'll tell you more on today's In Focus. Yan yun, sir.